Hello, 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 hello. Hello. What the heck? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, everything's working. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? That's fine. Wednesday evening. Hello, Yoakum. How you doing? How you doing, Yoakum? Huh. Everybody doing okay here at the pond, Rosa? Boy, I'm tired, people. I've been picking up tree limbs and weed eating. What you want? Huh? What you want, John Wayne? Okay, let me get down there and pick you up. Come on. Come on. You can tell everybody hi on it. Say hi, everybody. Say hi there. My name's John Wayne. Ouch. Your claws on my legs. You know, you know. And if y'all haven't heard the weather report, they got a tornado warning out until I think about 4 o'clock in the morning. They also said that we're going to get 8 to 10 inches of rain sometime this week. What? What you doing? Huh? You do better down on the floor instead of sitting on my lap. Yes, I got my socks on. I'm washing some socks where I can put some clean socks on tomorrow. Tomorrow's payday. Gotta pay some bills. The third of the month, we gotta pay some bills. Then I'll be broke again, y'all. So I'm in my living room, sitting looking out the north side window on my porch. Got my flag up in the back. Maybe I might not need that light on, maybe. I don't know. Come on. You have to get down, Johnny. Come on. Come on. You got to get out. Come on. Oh. So I'm going to get up and see what happens when I turn this light off up here. It's not remote control. It's a ceiling fan with three, what is it, LCD or LEDs, or whatever you want to call them. Gasoline is up over $3. They raised it the other day about 30 to 50 cents. Went from $2 and something to $3.30, 3.40. No. Oh. Let's see what happens. Move, baby. My actor. Cut the light down a little bit. I unscrewed 2 bulbs, so oh man, I got what bills I have to stop off and pay, and I didn't look at my electric bill until a while ago. Boy, $200. And I haven't used the air conditioner or heater for a month. You know, it's stupid. I don't know what's wrong with RMC. Hey, it been warm. Didn't need no heat. Didn't need no air conditioning. You know, it's stupid. You know, don't mind the mess back there. That's my next project. You know, I can only do so much. And I decide there won't be no live stream on Monday night because a great TV show I watch called Hudson and Rex. It's a show from Canada. Rex is a canine dog. Well, they done replaced Rex. His name was Diesel. And he passed away of cancer. So his brothers took over. And I believe since tomorrow's the 3rd, that those stupid things, the tariffs comes in effect tomorrow. And people, I haven't seen it on the news, or maybe I missed it. You know, what is it? Top Gun had Iceman and Maverick and all that. Somebody said Iceman passed away. I'm not sure about that. Which paper I got here? Oh, this is Scott County. And but last week here in Indiana, they had some police pursuits. I think I got a Clark County paper over on the dryer. Let me go get it. One police pursuit was in Jeffersonville, Indiana. And, it says here in the Clark County Herald, which is a weekly newspaper, comes out on Wednesdays, in Scott County. It says 3 separate police pursuits led to recent See, here it is here, people. You see about 3 different people. Driver fleeing from police into 2 cars, sending several to the hospital. This was last Monday. The high-speed police pursuit ended in a violent crash late last Monday night, sending multiple people to area hospitals after a 4-car collision. Just after 11 p.m. on March the 24th, an Indiana state trooper attempted to pull over a blue 2010 Infiniti near 8th Street and Sharon Drive for speeding in downtown Jeffersonville, Indiana. And the driver later identified as 18-year-old Franklin Vasquez, Vasquez. Remember, people, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. As Vasquez continued to evade officer, he collided with 2 on Unival vehicles in Spring Street that impacted one of the cars into a tow truck that also was parked in the right turning lane. It says he continued driving reckless, heading the wrong direction on the road before eventually stopping on the off of the ramp on I-65 there in Jeffersonville. And it says, it left several people injured. And 2 juveniles were inside of the car struck by Vasquez or whatever his name is. And the adults was transported to U of L hospital with several but non-life-threatening injuries. The juveniles was taken to Norton Children's Hospital, which is in Louisville, Kentucky, if you all don't know that. The driver of the other vehicles involved in the crash was only occupant and also suffered several severe non-life-threatening injuries. He was taken to U of L Hospital. U of L Hospital, people, is in Louisville, Kentucky. But the tow truck people wasn't injured. That 18-year-old Vasquez, who sustained serious but life-threatening injury, was taken to U of L Hospital for medical attention. Following the crash, investigators discovered suspects' drugs and a weapon at the scene at press time. Indiana State Police has not yet announced what charges Vasquez may face. Remember, it's still under investigation. And the second pursuit was March the 26th, approximately 1:15 a.m., up the road from me in Scott County. And the sheriff's office, Sergeant Zach Brown, he's a very good deputy. The violator identified as DERAIL Jackson, 45, of Marywood, Illinois. Well, I say he's probably still in jail because he got no family around here. Remember, people, all people is innocent until proven guilty. Okay, it says Mr. Jackson of Millwood, Illinois, initially pulled onto the beam of the roadway but sped away after Sergeant Brown approached the stopped vehicle. The pursuit of the fleeing vehicle was initiated after the fleeing vehicle entered Clark County, which is where I'm at. Pursued I-65, I said south, and ISP done a pit maneuver at the intersection of 31 and Memphis Blue Wick Road, which is 16-mile marker I-65. Mr. Jackson was arrested for following resisting law enforcement, reckless driving. Jackson was transported to Scott County Jail, where he remained incarcerated. He's still in the pokey. Since he's not from here and got no family, they made his bond high. And your people don't want to get caught in Scott County with drugs or fleeing or fighting or anything like that. You're hung. You ain't getting out of jail on bond. And the third person was a Louisville man arrested after a high-speed pursuit here in Clark County, Indiana. His name, a 23-year-old Louisville man, is in custody following a dangerous pursuit that ended up with his arrest on multiple charges last Monday night in southern Indiana. Tyrone Owens of Louisville faced a series of charges, including resisting arrest, resisting law enforcement on foot, possession of legal drug, possession of a controlled substance, trafficking with an inmate, reckless driving, operating without a license, and possession of a firearm by a serious violation. Okay. You heard me say trafficking with an inmate. Let me explain it to you under Indiana rules. Either the police didn't search him good enough. When they got to jail and the deputies searched him in Clark County Jail, they found drugs. So that means another charge. That's where traffic with an inmate comes, y'all. Three people. It looked like all three of them was African American people. Okay, I'm going to show you something else. I see. See that there? All right, that lady was running a cat house. Said authorities announced that on March the 24th, a large-scale human trafficking investigation in Jeffersonville led to the arrest of one person and rescue 4 victims. And The Jeffersonville Police Department said the investigation began after multiple tips regarding possible ladies of the night and human trafficking. Well, you know, ladies of the night, what I'm talking about because it's PG. At Ease Massage Parlor, located at 1002 East 10th Street, acting on reports, enforcement agency executed multiple search warrants on the morning of March the 24th. During the raids, officers rescued four victims from two locations, Massage in Jeffersonville and another one in New Albany. Victims were immediately provided medical attention. Police arrested 62-year-old Xing Song Xing Song, Song, in connection with the investigation. She faces multiple charges, including promotion, human sex trafficking, promotion of ladies of the night, and a corrupt business influence. Anyone with any additional information related to this case is encouraged to contact the Jeffersonville Police Department. You know, that's what happened last week, and that's what is in today's paper, the weekly Clark County paper. And let's see. And Scottsburg City Council approved an ordinance concerning sanitation service purpose electric rate hike. Well, Scottsburg people, it's not like me or people in Jeff or Charlestown, which got Duke and RMC. Scottsburg, Indiana, has their own electric company. And if you live up in Austin, Indiana, which is a few miles north of Scottsburg, it says Austin Advisory Planning Commission to hold a public hearing on the rezoning land on South 7th Street. That's in Austin. That's all. It's on the front page of the Scott County paper. And I want to know how you all doing. Welcome you all. Welcome to Indiana, Southern Indiana. I want to say hi to all these sweet ladies. Becky, Betty, Lisa, Kelly. You're all very special ladies. No matter if you're not the right people I've mentioned, but that's okay. Welcome. Everybody, welcome. Today is April the 2nd of 2025. The temperature outside is 75 degrees. I want to say hi, everybody. It's in Sweden. Hi, my friends in Sweden and Canada. At least Stockholm. I've been watching this guy from Sweden. Like I said, people, what am this 70-plus-year-old guy supposed to do? I know my moderators ain't on here. And you know that my moderator, Sherry, had a birthday. I think it was Saturday. And her family took her out to eat to a seafood place. And you heard her, she was in here the other night. It wasn't Monday because I like to watch that TV show. It comes on about 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Pepsi Zero. And thanks for, I guess, me getting on X and talking to Pepsi Company. Let them know how their sales rep hasn't showed up for 3+ months, not leaving a bunch of Pepsi products, you know, up there by the cash registers and the little refrigerators they got there and the other refrigerators, and not doing his job. And since I went there last week at the dollar store, 32 Leota Road, Scottsburg, Indiana, you know. But I want to thank Pepsi for doing that because, you know, there's other Pepsi products that he didn't fulfill his job because he didn't do it from the store. Your Pepsi people and probably other soft drink people is you got a little handheld like a computer. You you know, start typing in when you got there, when you leave, when you order. It tells you where your 1020 is, your location is. For the past 3 to 4 months, this Pepsi sales rep ain't been there. And it made a whole lot of people mad. I love Pepsi. When I was young, I started drinking Coca Cola when it was the good soft drinks. You know, I, until the FDA or Federal Drug Administration, whoever it is, told them to take ingredients out of it. But you still can buy them. Some stores still carry it, but they charge your arm and a leg for just the big Coke bottle, not the 2 liter. Maybe it's a 20-ounce Coke bottle. I usually buy two or three of them a month, or I try to maybe get 4. That way, I drink one a week. So, you know, I'm just here to pass the time away, to help you all out, to help you all get your watch hours. That's what I need to do, people. Get my watch hours up. You know, I'm close to 2,000, but hey, when you try to read it on your app, it's trying to figure out how many watch hours you got. But I believe when I get to 2,000, YouTube will probably let me know. On the LG stove, which is back over there, still haven't heard nothing from LG. I haven't heard from the TV news station troubleshooter. Haven't heard back from the BBB. Haven't heard back from the Federal Trade Commission. And people, I can only cook on top of it. I want to cook in the oven. You know, don't buy an LG stove, people. It's an LG ThinQ with the glass top on it, and it's electric. Well, I guess a blue kind of blue inside, whatever model it is. I ain't got the book with me. Don't buy them. They're breach a contract anyway. This been going on, people, since December the 12th. The first one we got around December the 12th or 13th. And it didn't work from day one. It took 2 weeks for Home Depot to send another one out. But people, I don't blame Home Depot. But if I was the owners of Home Depot and we bought a washer and a dryer and a refrigerator and this electric stove from Home Depot, there's nothing they can do. Home Depot did not make the LG ThinQ stove. I'm thinking, but I got to be careful because I done sent this one person an email because talking about Social Security, 5,000, this and that, and told him what my dreams, like that. I like to have solar panels. I can't afford them. Is there some kind of government grants that won't cost me anything? I said I like to use the solar panels to, you know, for electricity in my house and also put it back into the grid, knock my electric bill down. And I also talked, about my four heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, all that in this email. And I also mentioned about the illegals coming in here to the USA that they get like credit cards. They got $10 to $13,000 loaded on it. All they have to do is call that 800 number on the back of it and a PIN. They got $13,000 cash. I want to know, where's my $13,000, people in Washington, D.C.? Hello, War. I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea. I've checked on them a year or so ago. I have to pay them for the solar panels. Where am I going to come up with the money for solar panels? I ain't got no money. I'm a fixed income. I got enough bills as it is, people. And War, I guarantee you, since you missed it, I read about 3 people who ran from the police last week. And they've been saying we got a tornado warning out or watch or whatever until 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. They're talking about 8 to 10 inches of rain. Now, if we get 8 to 10 inches of rain, people, I'm going to need a rowboat. I'm going to need a rowboat. That rain you saw that I've done videos on, I think it was last week, that wasn't 8 to 10 inches. 8 to 10 inches of rain would be worse than that. Well, I got no place to go, War. I got no basement, and you always hear people say, go to the basement. After I saw, it's not, they build houses on PBS. This old house. And they was talking to this guy who builds tornado shelters. You can build it into your house within your concrete garage floor and built in. When that tornado came through there, the house is all gone, but the concrete box. If I get in a ditch, if I get in this ditch out there, I have to worry about going swimming. And you're right, I have to worry about the snakes and that big snapping turtle. If you all saw the video the other day when I was walking, I bet that snapping turtle has to be over 20 years old. If you all people got those crock pots, you know how big the lid is on a crock pot. He was a little bit bigger in that lid. And he was old. I say maybe he was blind. What I should have did, instead of heading him towards the creek, I should have picked him up by the tail and took him up to the pond. I think that's where he came from, is the pond. And what are you doing, Johnny? Huh? What are you doing? Come on. Let's see if we can make you a famous kid. Look here, people. This is John Wayne, the kitty cat, the tomcat. He's the daddy of those babies that I got in the bedroom. I hate these earbuds, but I'm hoping that this idiot won't bite my cord. But he's John Wayne, he's always been the lovable kitty cat. His brother, Tiger, he didn't like to be held too much. And his sister, God rest her soul, and Tiger, Patty was the mouse catcher. I think it was this week. Today's Wednesday. It might have been over the weekend. I came out into the kitchen. I looked down on the floor. There was a dead mouse. I didn't know John Wayne was a mouse catcher. I say John Wayne's probably 9, 10 years old. So I don't expect him to live too much longer. I'm missing one mama cat outside. She's gray and got a little white spot right here. I call her Pretty Girl. Man, you got to get off of this. Every time you move, John Wayne, you pull my cord. Maybe if I put it over his head, it won't. Well, the other one falls out. I guess I'm going to have to break down and get me a better earplugs. And but his Uncle Tommy was in the bathroom, in the outhouse, doing his thing. As soon as he came out, John Wayne went to his kitty cat box and used his kitty cat box. But John Wayne's a good kitty cat, but when you go in the bathroom and sit down, you put the toilet seat down, he hears it. He comes a running. You better sit down fast. Make sure you got your britches up where he can get up there. Zoom tight. Zoom tight, John Wayne. I'm washing some clothes. Zoom tight. Quit sneezing. My eyes is doing pretty good. I can take my glasses off. I can read the chat, pretty good. But man, I feel like I've been ran over by a Mack truck. Went up, picked some tree limbs up. I'm glad I waited because the wind gets kind of strong around here since I live in the hole in the valley, you could say. If I got there maybe a minute or two early, I would have had a tree limb to hit me. I see that. I wish I had my cell phone. I got that in the bedroom. I didn't want to bring that. I just wonder where all the other people is, I know Sweden, it's too early for Sweden to get on here because it's probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Something like that. From Stockholm, Sweden. He been on here before. I want to say thank you. I've subscribed to his channel and all that. And I've been watching his videos. I kind of like Sweden. I go back when I was, I don't know, a teenager or probably 10 or 12 years old, somewhere in there. You used to have pen pals, and it don't cost nothing like it does now. I had pen pals from Sweden, Philippines, and other countries. I think they're pretty good looking ladies myself. But I ain't got the money, and they all these other girls are looking for a sugar daddy. I ain't got no money, people. But tomorrow's payday. I'm gonna have, like I say, my electric bill is $200, and I'm gonna pay $50 on this one card, which that's every month. I put $50. It pays, because of the health insurance, and pay the other $150 out of my pocket. I don't know why my electric bill is $200. My cotton picking furnace been off for a month. And we ain't been cooking because we can't cook without my stove. Oh, they might raise it. They've been saying early today 8 to 10 inches of rain. It could be. It was up to right now, War, it's 75 degrees. I'm busy fighting flies in my bedroom because I like to sleep with my window open. And you people got screens on your windows. You see how tiny those holes are. Little flies can get through that. It is a good temperature. You know, I weed eat a little bit. If it's not raining tomorrow, I guess I take my lawnmower out of the shed after I unlock it and get that up, check the oil. I'm going to have to change the oil in it, sharpen the blades. I cut some of the backyard because it's tall, around the shed, you know, like that. But I still have to get my riding lawnmowers if it'll start and hook my trailer up to it and go around picking up the tree limbs. Take my little cutters, since you know my chainsaw is a piece of crap. I should knew better. It's a Poland chainsaw, which a piece of crap. Hold still. Your toenails is like razor blades, Johnny. And man, my back's a killing me. I like it better when I lay in bed because, sitting up like it hurts my back. That's where my arthritis is. Plus I've been in a few wrecks. That's one reason my back is hurt. And my left arm here is hurt because I was T-boned a couple years ago. I might stop maybe at Best Buy and get that USB to Ethernet. That way I could hook it up to my computer and take the Cat 8, Cat 9, whatever that one there is, and hook it up to my computer. So, letting everybody know. That's what we got to do. Yeah. Hello, 709. How you doing? War's on here, and I've been out doing some weed eating, and picking up tree limbs. I feel like I've been ran over by a Mack truck. As you can tell, I'm in my living room. I'm going to leave these earplugs plugged in to see if John Wayne, let me see. See, here's John Wayne, people. Now, this is John Wayne. He's ouch. I wish I could trim his cotton picking toenails. Between him and his kids and grandkids, oh, he only got one granddaughter. The rest of them is either his or his brother. But he doesn't go outside. He stays in the house. He wouldn't know how to survive outside. He was born outside at the other Ponderosa. I brought him, his brother, his sister, Barry, and Socks, and Kelly, and Fluffy, Patty. I brought a bunch of them. He's the only one left from the other Ponderosa. Yeah, that's the Duke himself. I like John Wayne. I've been staying up on YouTube watching all kinds of war stories. You know, there was one I was watching a while ago before I came out here about an aircraft carrier during World War II. Then I was watching one before that, something like PT boats, but it was the British, and they went over to another country, and they stole a German PT boat to get in there to blow up those German submarines and that, which they did. I like watching old war stories. And I'll probably watch some more, knowing I have to be up around 8:30 in the morning because the bank opens at 9 o'clock. That was something I was going to ask you, 709, but man, I forgot what it is. Boy, it makes me mad. You people that watches this later, don't plan for me to be on here on Mondays. Might, maybe Monday morning or something, a bad wreck or something like that. But otherwise, Monday night, no, because starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the local TV station, I watch Hudson and Rex. Yeah, it probably will. It has something to do with Canada, but I can't remember. I know that taxes starts tomorrow for you all people, and but it was something else. I'll probably remember it later. It must not be important because I just can't remember. Don't you dare sneeze again. I hear a choo-choo train. It's about maybe 1,000 feet, maybe 1,500 feet east of me, something like that. But since I got this table sitting over the register, with the air conditioner on, I'd be freezing. But man, they said we're going to get 8 to 10 inches, but Wara said probably 13 inches. Man, if we get 8 to 10 inches in that ballpark, people, I'm going to need a rowboat. It'll flood it'd flood my yard out. I couldn't go outside, walk around. That means the kitty cats would be up on my porch. You know, I looked out there a while ago, didn't see Blue Boy. There's something about Blue Boy. He's an old tomcat. He's began to get his strength back, but my outside cats don't like him. They scared of him. I don't know why. Animals can tell stuff about other animals. You know, but the other day when I got, we're talking about Rex, that lady that plays the corner or whatever, and the computer buddy and his sister crashed the airplane. And Rex, they told him to go get some help. And Rex starting to get on this log to walk across. And Rex saw the polecat. If you people don't know what a polecat is, it's a skunk, a black and white skunk. There is some white skunks out there, but you learn to respect your animals, no matter if it's a bear or a deer. That deer, when I'm outside, to come up, walk right up to me like they knew I wouldn't hurt them. And I threw some corn on the ground. They knew where that was. They look at me like, hello, I'm going to the back 40. When I first moved into this house 6 to 8 years ago, people, I was pushing my lawnmower. You saw me where I was walking over across the creek where that pipe is. Well, I was cutting there. And I decided to take a break. I'm glad I took a break because I turned around and had the heck scared out of me. It was Daddy, Mommy, and baby deer. Like they came down to introduce themselves. They got real close. I stuck my hand out. They smelled it. Like they knew I wasn't going to hurt them. They turned around and walked back, but sometimes they be walking down my road, so I guess I'm going to have to get some of those mineral blocks, I don't know if it's salt or got food, and put it out there to my west side where it won't get wet, where I can get my deers back. I like watching deers. Oh, you're going to have to get down, John Wayne. You getting heavy. Well, hello, County Cop Watch. Good evening. Well, one thing it kind of peeled me off. I had my jacket on. That's about 3 to 5 pounds. It was either December, I guess it was December, last time I saw my doctor. I put on about 20 pounds. I can tell because the pants it's in the washing machine is 36s. They began to get a little tight. And I don't like putting weight on. I can tell by getting my weight down, I feel a whole lot better. And right now, I feel like crap. Come on, John Wayne. You got to get down. Come on. Let go of my shirt. Don't tell me I'm going to have problems with you. Just go over and go night-night. You got you some milk. That's one thing about John Wayne. I give him milk first thing in the morning. He loves he loves milk. I give the outside cats milk. Now get down. No, no. I said no. I said no. This is off limits. That'll get your butt wet. You're not allowed up here. But, you know, like I say, I've been out picking up tree limbs, take my big old cutters and cut them where I can take them over the brush pile. I probably have to get my wheelbarrow out. I think it's too early to get my riding lawnmower out, which I can't cut grass with it. All I could do is hook the trailer up to it and drive around picking up tree limbs. That's all I can do with it. I just won't cut grass no more. Hey, Cop Watch, you got any new videos? 'Cause I don't think I get any notifications lately. I don't think. I don't know. I've been sleeping quite a bit, with this eye surgery about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And my A1C there, 709, was 5.7. It went from 5.2 to 5.7. It's still in the safe range. But I decide to cut out my M&Ms. I go through about 30 Milk Duds boxes a month. That's $30. I could use on something else. I did buy yesterday, went to Walmart in Scottsburg, got me 2 of those meatloaf, got a gallon of milk. I didn't get no bananas. I might do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll get the bananas tomorrow. But like I say, I just don't feel good, you know. I don't know if it's because of the change of weather or I'm doing too much work. I've been in here cleaning this area up where I can bring my computer and my studio mic and my V8 SM box out here where I don't have to unplug that. I don't think this idiot will bite this cord. I'll find out probably tomorrow, people. I got to go to the bank and Tractor Supply, get my, what I call them horse pellets. They smell like pine. You put them in a horse barn or something where they can sleep on it. But thanks to this lady on YouTube, she made a video of these horse pellets for cat litter. You get your cat box, and those large cups that you get at your fast food restaurants. You usually put 2 cups of that in for your cat litter. Then the other cat litter that you buy at the store, you sprinkle that in there where they know the smell of the cat litter, the one that they always use. and you can the difference because people who has cats and use cat litter, as soon as you open the door or you got your window open, people can smell uh people. I swear I just heard thunder. Because since I live in a hole in the ground, you know, that's what it sounded like, thunder. But they got a tornado, I think it's tornado warning until 4 a.m. my time. They're calling for 8 to 15 inches of rain sometime this week. Man, if I get that much rain, it is going to flood out here. I was told people, I haven't looked it up on the internet, that this is probably over 100 years ago, maybe longer. Scott County, Scott County, Scottsburg area was a big lake. It was a big lake. And I didn't know it because I know the roads around me between here and Scott County, when it rains, it floods the road. So that it's kind of, bad. But I remember people growing up, the state, like probably all 50 states and the county, they always clean the ditches out along the highway. The county will clean their ditches out. They haven't done that for the last 15, 20 years. Even Charlestown used to do that. That'd been over 20 years, I would say, because they used to take the bulldozer and clean it out. Yeah, you can use, because it turns into sawdust, and you can use that sawdust for your flower beds. Thank you for the heart, whoever done that. And it's cheaper. This bag I had maybe 2 months, but I have to buy a bag tomorrow and check and see what a big bag Meow Mix costs that Tractor Supply. They seem to like Meow Mix pretty good. I got another top brand. Uh, 9 Lives. John Wayne don't like it. Those kitty cats in the bedroom don't like 9 Lives. I kind of mix it together, but then they start picking up pieces out of it. But people, if I didn't have you all as my YouTube family and my cats, I probably died a long time ago. That's true. But people, like I say, I love my kitty cats. Since I turned my alarm clock off, you know, and that way it don't go off, I can sleep. But Blackie's, she's falling down on her job. Because usually if I'm not awake by 8:30, 9 o'clock, she usually gets up on my face, take her nose, meow. Daddy, it's time to get up. You got kitty cats to be fed. But these cats, even the outside cats, I know I lost because a few of them, a bunch of yellow tomcats is gone. There's only 2 yellow tomcats instead of 4. One mother cat been gone for over a week. So I don't know what happened to her. I know she was pregnant. She could have went away to have her baby, but she's always had her babies around the house. Either a fox or a bobcat or something got a hold of her, or one of those big buzzards got him. I don't know. They're talking about a storm warning. I'm gonna have to. I gotta look in the paper because I think it's Friday. The fire department is giving away weather boxes. So Lordy. Something about the weather, people, since it's starting to get. Yeah, I know that they will let me know 709. Usually when I get out of bed, I go to the outhouse, come out. John Wayne's right there by my feet, meowing. I let the hot water get hot. I got about like a 2-quart pitcher. I filled it up with so much water, maybe this much of milk, but he gets some cold milk. And I put him like a cup full of cat food in. He had some wet cat food tonight. People, since it's 11:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I got to get back in the bedroom where I can listen to the weather report. I did hear thunder a while ago, but I didn't see any lightning. I guess I could get in the bathtub, because I remember back in 70s, 73 or 74, I was working security, and you all probably heard of Hanover College, which is up there around Hanover and Madison, Indiana. And we got some people up there at the college that was in the bathtub. That's what saved them. They was in the bathtub. But no matter where you go, people, if it's your time to go, you're going to go. And if you're going to build your new house, people, with a garage, before you on the concrete floor in your garage, look into a storm shelter that can be built in your garage, everything be in the concrete. You know, if you get the right person to do that. And if your house blow away, the concrete still be there. And you know, I always been told to go in the basement. But after I watched This Old House the other day on TV, that they don't recommend you getting in the basement anymore, because if the house blows, it can cave in on you and it'd be heck to get to you. You know, build your a storm shelter. My neighbor 2 doors down got a concrete one, and I guess I could go there, but with him, his wife, and son, and me, that'd be 4. But I couldn't leave my kitty cats alone. But they know where to go, because God, you know, God teaches those kitty cats the safety things. So I want to thank all of my moderators. You doing a better job than the other 2 yahoos done. Found out one of them was a juvenile, about 12, 13 years old. And but he was a smart kid. He's a computer hacker. Ones that the FBI have been hunting for. Using different names. He had 4 other names he used besides the one he used on his YouTube channel. But people, I don't know if you've been watching Megan Fox, the writer, and the Umbrella Guy, or What the Hells. Tomorrow morning in Florida, I forget what part of Florida, that dumb lawyer they call BBB, if you know who I'm talking about, is supposed to be there. What is it? 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon for court. And he's making all kinds of excuses not to be there. I don't know how BBB got to be a lawyer. For what I've seen and look up on the internet, how did he pass his bar association test? I don't, unless he took it 20 times. That's the only explanation. You know, if you could pass it on the first time. But I've been watching his court case that he's on with Turtle Lady and some other people, and he's getting sued. Maybe his wife is going to divorce him. You know, as a lawyer, you should be making over $100,000 a year if you're a good lawyer. But it seems like Bruce is a dummy, an ambulance chaser. Don't know what he's doing. And if he doesn't show up in front of the federal judge, I say that federal judge issue a warrant for his arrest for failure to show up for court. Since he's not a licensed attorney in Florida, he had to get another lawyer, where he could practice through him. But I wouldn't bet $1 that he won't show up to court, because he done said he ain't going to show up. And you don't tell a federal judge he ain't going to not show up. I got to do some more work on washing my walls down. But up there, I got a ceiling fan. That ladder you see outside, I'm going to have to bring that in, set it up there underneath my ceiling fan, and take a dust thing and clean it off, wipe it down, clean the glass things. Got to take the light bulbs out, take it down to wash that, because it gets dusty up there. You got your fan moving around to keep your heat down closer to the floor or something. I don't know. I got it off right now. So it's about time for me to get off of here. That way I can go in there and watch TV and catch up on the weather report. I guess, I don't know, I can't fit underneath the bed. I got to be skinny as a beanpole. Then I can fit underneath my bed. But people, I love you. Yep. Just remember, 709, I decide not to be on here on Monday nights. Maybe might through the day, but starting at 11 o'clock Monday morning, I'll be in my bedroom watching Hudson and Rex, because it's every Monday between 11 o'clock and 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. About 12 hours, 13 hours. I gotta watch it. I love it. Kind of wish I had two TVs, because I miss NCIS, the 10 o'clock one. But that's okay. I love watching Hudson and Rex. I know Diesel passed away, but his brother taken over his job. But it goes the weather alert thing off. I hear on the other radio in the bedroom. But you all take it easy. Be safe. And goes another weather alert on the Florida Department of Frequency. There's a tornado warning until, well, earlier today it was 4 a.m. Now they're saying till, I said 11:30. Yeah, 23:30. It'd be, if I'm right, 11:30. But I need to go in there to the bedroom where I can listen to it better. So goodbye, y'all. Peace. I love you all. God loves you. Thank you all on here. Help me get my watch hours up because God would appreciate it. I'll catch you later. Well, okay, Warwick, you take it easy. Don't you work too hard. So you all behave yourself. Stay out of trouble. Love your wives or your girlfriends. Love your kids. Love God. You all behave yourself. God bless you all. I'll catch you all later. Adios.